Those are some of the residences. California have done wildfire studies in terms of the soil remediation that happens as large fires come through and what has to be kind of dug up. We also have testing available with like SUMA canisters, or what traditionally would be a TO15, if that's something that the job requires or specifies, pardon. And then the laboratory down in Houston, Texas does a lot with the oil and gas industry. So they do a lot of actual stack emission type testing. So we're pretty much the only one that does real indoor air within the laboratory network. But there's a lot of other things that are available to us at this point.
And that's what I was curious about. Two different things you mentioned: the lab down in Texas for oil, refabbing or rehabbing gas stations, stuff like that. They're always testing soil for that, and lead contamination also. You know, especially on the older gas stations where they were using leaded gas. I mean, there's a lot of different issues that people are being affected by. So I'm just curious about knowing the different extent of what you guys can test for. I guess our members should just reach out if they have a question about, hey, can you guys test for this?
I like to be a resource. That's one thing as PRISM we've always prided ourselves on, as being a consultative laboratory. We're not afraid to answer those questions, even if it doesn't mean that a dollar comes into our work. I mean, don't take advantage of that. But at the same time, I'm absolutely always happy to help try to locate the right resource for some of those tests. I've got a list of essential referral labs, you know, that I can send people to.
So do the right thing because it's the right thing to do is kind of like what you guys do as an anomaly to everybody else.
We try, which I try really hard.
Well, that's appreciated. It really is. Just trying to think if there was anything else specific to your lab that you feel that our people should really know about that we haven't talked about.
Well, I, again, am in the middle of Michigan. So just a little heads up, last week and again today, we got dumped another 5 inches or so. Just be mindful. I guess that's one thing that I've told pretty much all of our clients is that we are in the north, we are winter. Please know and please be patient with any delivery drivers and prep your clients that some of our fast turnaround times of 2 or 5 days sometimes do get extended a little bit when the delivery drivers can't make it to us.
I know that a few years ago, because you're talking about the weather, it got so cold in Michigan that you had to switch away from glass tubes to plastic tubes because they were actually getting so brittle they break.
The return sample encasement, essentially, yeah, we did switch away from our glass ones. We did some case study testing within the laboratory itself between the glass transport vials and our plastic transport vials that we found. And yes, our breakage has drastically reduced.
All right. Well, I have an oddball question for you now. We are spreading our wings, and we will be dealing with several countries outside the U.S. with other testing and processes and trainings. And is there any issue with shipping these types of samples